All right, so today we're out with the Lamborghini and we're going to do something a little different. We're at a closed course, so there's no regular traffic around, and I'm just going to have some fun with the car and see how it feels. Even before you start driving, there's something about sitting in a Lamborghini that feels completely different. You get inside, start the car, look around, and immediately you know this isn't just a normal, everyday car. I'm getting everything set up right now. Seat position, mirrors, everything checked, and then we're ready to go. I'm going to start off pretty slow because I want to get a feel for the track first. You don't want to immediately go all out without knowing what's ahead of you. There are different corners, different surfaces, and different sections of the course, so I'm just getting comfortable. The first thing you notice when you start accelerating is how quickly the car responds. You barely have to press the throttle before the car starts moving, and that's where you really have to respect the car. There's a massive difference between driving something normal and driving a high-performance Lamborghini. Everything happens faster. Acceleration is faster, steering response is sharper, and you have to be much more deliberate with what you're doing. I'm coming into this section now and starting to set the car up for the corner. The goal isn't just to go as fast as possible. It's about being smooth. Smooth steering, smooth braking, smooth acceleration. If you start making sudden movements, you're going to make the car harder to control, especially at higher speeds. Now I'm going through the first section and getting a little more comfortable. You can really feel how planted the car is through the corners. The steering feels extremely responsive, and even small inputs change the direction of the car. This is also where the swerving section comes in. Obviously, I'm not doing this on a public road. We're on a controlled course with plenty of space because this kind of maneuver is something you should never be doing around normal traffic or pedestrians. I'm going through the cones now, making controlled left and right movements. Left, right, left, right. The biggest thing I'm noticing is how quickly the car changes direction. You don't need huge steering movements. Small inputs are enough to move the car from one side to the other. And honestly, that's probably one of the coolest things about driving a car like this. You can feel every little movement. Now I'm coming toward the next section, and I'm going to accelerate a little harder. 3, 2, 1, and there we go. You can hear the engine immediately change as the car starts picking up speed. This is probably my favorite part. The acceleration is just ridiculous. You're moving so quickly that the scenery around you starts disappearing. But I'm still keeping everything controlled because the point isn't to do something stupid. It's to actually enjoy the car and see what it can do in a safe environment. I'm coming up to another corner now, so I'm getting back on the brakes and setting the car up. This is where you really appreciate how important smooth driving is. You can't just mash everything at once. You have to think ahead. Where do I want the car to be? Where does the corner go? When do I need to slow down? When can I get back on the throttle? Once you start thinking about all of that, driving becomes almost like a rhythm. Brake, turn, straighten, accelerate, then repeat. And when you get it right, it feels incredibly smooth. Now we're coming back toward the section with the cones. I'm going to do another run through it and see if I can make the transition smoother. Here we go. Left, right, left, right. The car feels extremely responsive. And honestly, that's what makes performance cars so fun. It's not just about horsepower, it's how the entire car works together. The steering, suspension, brakes, tires, transmission, and engine all contribute to the experience. Now, I'm coming out of the section and getting back onto the straight. I'm going to give it some throttle again, and there it goes. The car just takes off. You can hear the engine getting louder as the RPM climbs, and the whole experience becomes completely different from normal driving. But one thing I definitely wouldn't recommend is trying to recreate this kind of driving on public roads. There are too many things you can't predict. A car can suddenly pull out, someone can change lanes, a pedestrian can appear, the road surface can change, and when you're moving quickly, you don't have much time to react. That's why having a controlled environment makes such a huge difference.